G'day guys, hope all you guys are having a great time. I've got two Division 1 college athletes sitting here. Right next to me I've got Josh Snowdon Poole. He's currently a tennis player at Sacramento State University in California. And over there on the far side is Finley Hall. He's at Drake University, which is located in Iowa. Both of them played really well in their junior years here in New Zealand. They both started their freshman year in January in America. They've come back, they're here for the summer break. Well, as we here in New Zealand at the moment, our winter break, and I thought it'd be a good opportunity to do a quick Q&A with them. So on our Instagram channel, we had a few people send a few questions that they want me to ask these players to get a little bit of insight into the college system and what it's actually like. Okay, so what I'll do, boys, is I'll ask each of you guys a question individually. So we'll start with Josh. So Josh, you went to Sacramento State in January to start your college experience. So you finished high school December 2017, you went in January, moving there. Let's talk about the first day you got there. What was it like? You arrived at San Francisco, how did you get to the university, what happened, what did you have to buy? Give us a bit of insight on that.
Ooh, so I actually pre-ordered a shuttle.
A shuttle?
So I just was on the shuttle for about an hour and a half.
Yep.
And then got there, coach met me at the dorms.
Yep.
My brand new dorm, which was nice.
Brand new facility?
Brand new, 1 semester old.
Oh really?
So
Nice.
It was sweet. And then my coach met me there, we just went out and got, I think, food straight up.
Yeah.
Yeah, went and got food,
Yeah.
had a good feed. Where we go? We went to a nice American place called Buckhorn.
Oh yeah?
Beautiful barbecue stuff.
Yeah? You recommend that to any other athletes that go to Sacramento?
I do.
Yeah.
And then came back, I ordered online a set.
Yeah.
Like
for like your bedding and your towels.
All my bedding, towels, everything.
Yeah.
All in this box. So
Okay.
the box was there, just took it upstairs and then was able to get everything ready from that. Just had everything straight there, ready for me. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's important for a lot of people to know that when you are talking about your scholarship with college coaches in the US, make sure you ask them, is there going to be bed linen when I go to my dorm on moving day? Or do I need to buy that? Do I need to buy sheets, towels, pillows, etc.? So when me, Josh, and his family were working on a scholarship, we asked the coach, what exactly does Josh need when he arrives at that university? So they gave us a lot of notice, saying that we had to provide our own pillows and sheets, etc. So Josh actually ordered that on Amazon. Was it Amazon?
I think it was
Amazon, and you got that delivered, right? So it was there already for you, and then all you had to do was set it up.
Yeah, and we booked an early check-in because
awesome.
We went a couple of weeks early. So
yeah.
She was sweet, yeah.
Awesome, and then let's say, so you set up your room on the first day, you had lunch with your coach, you got to meet some of the team members. The next couple of days, what happened there? Was it like counsellors or advisors working with you to enroll you in your courses that you have to do, showing you around the campus? What sort of stuff was there?
So I think the next morning, about 8:30 in the morning, I had a physical test. Okay. So it's just like blood pressure, all that, just to check you don't have any diseases or all that. I think I got an injection of some sort.
Don't know what it is, mate.
And then just a pee test and all that, just to check it's like all good, everything's all good.
Yeah, and that's due to the NCAA, right?
Yeah,
very strict
drug test. And then that process, a couple of days later, I was cleared. Yeah. But aside from that, just met the team, met the physical trainers. Yeah. Everyone basically who I needed to meet, my advisor, and got a tour around the facilities and all that, and just to know where I need to be when, and it was good. Yeah.
Well, that's good. And Finley, obviously you moved in overseas at the same time as Josh. Both you boys went in January, which is a bit different because the year, as everyone knows, starts in August, September. But these boys went halfway through the year and they finished high school in December, wanted to get over there immediately due to the opportunities that both these guys had. So Finley, you arrived at Drake University. Who met you at the airport, and who got you settled in into your dorm room?
So I got to the airport about 8 o'clock at night. It was -20 and I was in my shorts and shirt. But I was met by my head coach Davidson and one of our players, Callum McGurk.
Yeah.
We went from the airport to get food.
Yeah.
Went back to coach's house. It was really nice. Met his wife and kids. They're fantastic. Always looking after the team.
Yeah.
And then because I arrived on the 31st of December, so I stayed a few nights in one of our off-campus houses that some of the boys live in.
Okay, cool.
Because the dorms had not opened yet.
The dorms hadn't opened yet, yeah, right. So what was the whole reason why you had to go a little bit earlier?
So we have this thing called J-term. It's like it just goes through January, and you can take a class just to get some credit hours up. Yeah. Maybe improve a grade. Yeah. But for us, we used it just as a training block before the season started, so that so that we could hit the ground running. Yeah. And start the season off the best way possible.
Awesome. Right. Next question. One of the questions that was quite commonly asked through Instagram was, what is athlete's typical day in college? Now, obviously, both your guys, like, you both compete in Division 1 college tennis, you're both very competitive conferences as well, but your days might be a little bit differently due to what flavour your coach has and what sort of style he brings and how he structures your day. So what's your typical day in season?
So usually you have about, in season, usually classes about 8 till 11, 8 till 12.
Are your classes 1 hour long, or?
So they vary, so 50 minutes, 1 hour 15, or 2 hours 50. Okay. I have a Tuesday night, 2 hours 50. Yeah. She's a cruel one, but hey.
Bit of a grind? Yeah. Got to get it done. And then, okay, so you got your classes. Yeah. What time do you go for lunch?
Oh, yeah, no, I forgot that. I go to lunch about straight after that, probably straight after classes, either on campus or I go to dining communes, which is on campus as well.
Yeah, and is that around 12 o'clock? So you have like
12-ish, yeah. And then
3.5 hours.
About 12:30, I'll go to the training room, spend a decent amount of time.
Are there trainers there that give you a specific program?
Yeah, so the training room's like physio and all that, and that kind of stuff. So I'm there, basically they just do treatment and all that, and then I'll go to training after that, which is about 1:30 to about 4. Yeah. And then after that, I'll chill out a bit, have dinner, and then get into a bit of studying. Usually with maybe go hang out with the team, or depending on how the study's looking. And I had a few mates in the dorm, so I'll go hang out with them, and
play some Fortnite.
Oh, a little bit of Fortnite every now and then, but I was pretty dedicated to the old studies.
That's good, mate. That's good to hear. Yeah. I hope Josh's mum's listening to this. This is great. Awesome, dude. And then obviously you've got to do some study hall hours, right? That the NCAA set out as your requirement. So do you pencil that in strategically on some specific days?
So we actually don't have them.
Oh, really?
No, we're very lucky. We're the only sport who doesn't have them.
Wow.
Because we got I think the second highest GPA after the girls.
Yeah, so what happened is the NCAA set out some requirements that athletes in college need to do a certain amount of hours of tutorial supervision preparation a week. So it might be 6 to 8 hours. So as Josh said, his tennis team's GPA was quite high, so they don't need to do that. But it's really good for parents to know that it ensures them that academics are a priority if you're on a sporting scholarship in the US.
Why? Recording it.
Oh, what?
Actually, I was having a chat. Wait, so that's on TV?
We were like a solid 8 minutes into that.
But anyway, we'll get into that question again or what?
A few moments later.
So Finley, Drake University. Talk me through one of your days in season when you're competing with a tennis team.
An average day, I would probably look like me getting up at 6.
Okay.
I have a scooter that I would take to training for 6:30.
Yep.
Half an hour of fitness on court, and then an hour and a half of hitting. Yep. Probably either basket feeding or kind of structured drills, kind of set up to each individual's kind of style.
Yep.
Nice.
What time do you finish that?
So we finished around 8:30.
So 6:30 to 8:30, you're either doing court sprints or you're on your court working towards your tennis, right?
Yeah.
So you go 8:30. What do you do then? You go locker room, you shower, you change.
Yeah. And then after breakfast, a lot of the guys have classes starting at 9.
Yeah.
My earliest class was at 10 o'clock, so I kind of had a wee bit more time to chill.
Yeah.
So I might finish breakfast, have a 20-minute nap before class.
Yeah.
After class, probably finish around 1 o'clock, 1:45.
Yeah.
And then from there, grab a bite to eat and off to study hall.
Yeah.
Because you can just kind of get takeaway stuff like a wrap or something.
Yeah.
So I would do that pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And I have to fulfill 4 hours of study hall a week.
Okay.
So I would try and kind of do, an hour and a half before training.
Yeah.
And just get it out of the way for the week.
Yeah.
And then every day we had training 3:30 to 5:30.
Yeah.
That would all be hitting. A lot of it, probably the first half would be drilling, kind of running you side to side, also working on your fitness a wee bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll probably play some sets and some points after that. And then shower, go eat dinner as a team, and then it's kind of after that up to you whether you go and independently study or a few of the guys go to the library together and because they're doing the same
courses and
so they kind of work together a wee bit. I kind of tended to go off and just work by myself in my dorm. I felt that worked better for me, and then depending on how much work I had, I was probably getting to sleep around 11 or 12 and then up again at 6.
Awesome. Well, as you just heard, there are two different athletes, different parts of the US, both playing tennis in Division 1 colleges. Their days are very, very different to each other. And it all comes down to how much the coach wants them to train, how much do the players need to work on, what the coaching philosophy is, etc. And what I think the most key points is you have to have good time management each day, right? You have to know when you're going to be travelling, what assignments are due when, how much work you need to get that done by. And it's not like here in New Zealand where you can wake up here at university and be like, these are the classes that I'm doing, and this is when my assignment's due, and I'll get some work done later. It's like, I'm travelling on this date, this assignment's done on this date. I won't have opportunity. There's about 6 hours to 5 hours in a day that I will not get a chance to study at all because I'll be playing or training in my sport. I'll be having lunch and dinner and breakfast at these times, so take out maybe an hour and a half there as well. So the time that you've got left, you've got to recover and you've got to study. So it's a pretty packed day. And you mentioned, Finley, that you take a 20-minute nap in the mornings. I know there's a student athlete that I was talking to who's currently in North Carolina on a tennis scholarship, and he said the same thing. He said, I've never had to nap ever until I went to college to play tennis. And he said the days are just that packed. Now, a lot of parents say, how often do student athletes get to travel and see different states? Do you guys travel quite a lot? I'll speak with you first.
Yeah.
What states have you been to, mate? I know you're in California, which is quite big, but did you get to go and see different parts of the US?
Yeah, so despite my injury mishaps, I've actually travelled to a decent amount of states this year. So we travelled through a lot of places as well.
Yep.
So we flew to Nevada and then travelled through Las Vegas. We went to Utah, Arizona, Colorado. I think that's about it.
So you basically went all through here, right?
Yeah.
That's your schedule, right? So I don't have to carry it, but maybe should be good.
We can, we are next year we travel to Idaho, Oregon.
So next year you're going here?
Washington.
So basically you are playing tennis in these states on the west, right? So that's fantastic. Your spring break, where do you go on your spring break normally?
We had a bit of a, where the athletes kind of just have to stay and just, unless you got matches and you're traveling. So we just, because we had home matches, we just stayed.
Yeah.
So we stayed just the same normal week. It wasn't anything special. Yeah, no.
Awesome. And you said that you got to visit some cool cities, like just before you came back home to New Zealand, your parents flew over, they met you in LA. You went over there for a little bit.
Met me in San Fran.
Oh, they met you in San Fran, and then you went over and saw your uncle in LA.
The Bay Area, beautiful.
Yeah, and you went and saw your favourite basketball team play, which was a pretty cool experience, right?
She was nice, yeah.
Yeah, but you didn't see Mr. Curry play, did you?
No, but I saw him, that's all that matters.
Yeah, Josh loves Stephen Curry, the biggest fan of all time. Still hyping about the NBA playoffs. Alright, Finley, how many states have you been to, mate?
I've been to Tennessee, Alabama, Florida, North Carolina, Indiana, Iowa, Illinois, Kansas, Nebraska, Colorado, Oregon. Yeah.
That's a lot. So basically Finley is here, and he's been all through here and also a few states over here as well. So Finley does travel quite a lot, and it's all down to the playing schedule, the conferences that they're in, etc. Finley also competed in the NCAA Tennis Division 1 Championships. The team didn't get the result that they wanted, but they competed at a very high level. All the matches were very, very close. I spoke to Finley's coach at the end of it, and it's great to see a lot of young guys in the team progressing further and further throughout the next few years, so we're excited to see that.
For sure.
Now, so the next question that I got asked on Instagram was the food situation and how do players manage their food. Now, I know when coaches talk to me and we're talking about scholarships of my athletes, you guys get certain meal plans, right? So when I went to the US last year in September, when I visited colleges, quite a lot of colleges, they had like a card and they had credit load on that depending on what your food plan is for the year and how much you want to put on that card. Yeah. Now that can be covered by a scholarship, but if it's not covered by a scholarship, you would have to pay towards that. But mostly it's covered by a scholarship. So you get a card, and the way that, this might be different for you boys, but I went to Seton Hall University where a goalkeeper, Elliot Munford, is. And when Elliot took me to the cafeteria, he just literally tapped his card or scanned his card, away he went, ate, and then left, and then for lunch, scanned his card again, ate what he wanted, and it was like buffet style. Is that similar to you, Josh?
Yeah, mate, so it's actually similar. So I've actually got my card in here, I think.
Oh.
So it gives us a gaze, eh? Oh, bloody hell. This one. It's called, I don't know what it's called.
So that's hang on, let me show
so that's actually my meal plan card. It's quite emotional. I look like a terrorist, but it's alright. That's
the meal plan card for Josh, Snowdon, Poole. Alright. Nice photo.
Yeah,
okay, so what sort of food do you get access to in the cafeteria?
So there's a whole range, a whole variety of foods there.
Is it healthy?
Man, I'm going to be honest. America, it is very hard to be healthy because the products aren't like. We're very lucky here. We have a lot of great products, dairy, meat, even vegetables, fruit. It's very healthy here compared to when you go over there. A lot of it's like fattened up and all that, so it's not as nice.
But how do you manage that as an athlete?
You just gotta get your greens in, get your meats in, and then.
So there's not just all this like high fat foods. There's a lot of fresh fruit. There's good meats. There's pasta there. So. I guess you have to be kind of disciplined, right? I spoke to one of my athletes who is currently in the US in Arizona, and he said, you know, you got pizza on one side and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, burgers,
and burgers, right? And then on the other side, you got like your fruit and your very high nutritional food that you can absorb. So that's good to know. So you carry this card everywhere. What if you forget this card?
Well then,
do you just
it's just permanent. It's just on me, mate.
It's on you?
It's on me all the time.
Okay, so you need to keep this card on you.
Yeah, keep it with you.
Do you have any like cafes and stuff on campus?
Yeah, so we got like Subway,
Panda,
which is just great.
Yeah.
Not great for you.
Yeah.
Then we got Baja. We got like a whole range of different country teams.
Can you use it?
You can. So it's called Flex Cash.
Yeah.
So you can go and you can use some of that Flex Cash. You might get like $100 or whatnot.
Yeah.
Use that and pay for that with that.
Awesome.
On that meal or whatnot. Yeah.
Oh, that's good to know, man. And Finley, talk to me. Same process. You got your card. You go in, you scan it, and then you go and eat what you want. Is that right?
That's right.
Awesome. And what sort of foods are there? Similar to what Josh did, or?
We have a dedicated salad bar, and then we've got
That's cool.
that he never goes
So
to.
we've got
You definitely go there.
yeah, of course.
Good on you.
And then we have a kind of another area where they kind of cook stuff on the stove fresh. They do a lot of rice with meats and like kind of fried vegetables.
Is that just because that's their policy that they want to provide healthier food, or is it because they want to help the athletes at your college as well get the nutrition that they need?
I don't know. Right?
You just eat it.
And then we have another section which I stay clear of, where they do the fries and the burgers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they have pasta, pizza. I stay clear of the pizza as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm usually go for the meats. Okay. The meats, the rice, the fried vegetables, and the salad.
So I'm gonna get some carbohydrates.
The reason why we're laughing a little bit is because I've known Finley, I've known these boys for a while now, since they were yay high, and especially Finley, after he does training here at the tennis centre that we're in, I'll see him getting a cookie time cookie, like a chocolate biscuit after training. So hearing that he's changed his ways, you know what, I can definitely see the results. You're definitely looking in shape since you've come back, and I've seen you play on the tennis court recently, and you're moving very quick. So
thanks, Alright.
the coach there has definitely put in good systems, and I think like there's so much food available. Like you get money given to you, you're treated like a professional, but it's discipline, right? Like whether you go training, your academics, your food. You know, you can get access to so many different things. Like I went for a coffee at Seton Hall University in New Jersey with Elliot last year in September, my goalkeeper, and he used his card at Dunkin' Donuts, and I said, do you go here? And he said, nah, hardly ever. So it really comes down to the discipline, and you're there for a job. And remember, nothing's guaranteed. So these boys, they've had their performance reviews in May. When they came back home, the coach said, you know, you're going to keep your scholarship, which they have, or are you going to take it off you because you haven't been doing the things that you should be doing. So if you're going out there, your nutrition's terrible, you're not turning up to classes, you're lethargic in training, you're not giving 100%, the coach can actually take that scholarship away from you and give it to someone else that is more dedicated than you. So you need to be careful with that.
For sure, mate.
Boys, this is just a collective discussion now. I'm not going to pinpoint anything, but what makes college so special? What made you, so far, you've been there for 6 months, it sounds like you both have had like amazing times in the US. What made it so special? Was it like the team unity, coaching, travelling, food, experience, name it?
I think it's, I think for me, just the people that you're surrounded by. You get a whole wide range of people.
Yep.
I've got a very diverse team, females and males, and it's just the people there are great.
Is that because they're all from different parts of the world?
Yeah, all from different parts.
Yep.
So we got Europeans, Americans, Mexicans, us. You know, a lot of people, and it's really great. The diversity within, you learn a lot about other cultures.
Yeah.
And also you just being around them. You know, I got great teammates. I love get along great with my teammates. We hang out all the time. With the girls team as well, so you know, it's just all that, and then along with that you get to go and do your job with them, which is really a great thing, a really emotional thing.
Awesome.
Yeah, so what about you, mate?
I would say the independence.
I agree too.
I was able to, I was kind of forced into being independent. Over there, no one, it's tough because I was going to say no one kind of cares about what you do, but
that's right.
It's not that no one cares, it's just they leave it to you to decide, and they will support you in what you do.
Gotcha.
So I had a fantastic team, 2 coaches, unbelievable. The support system is crazy. Everyone's always there for each other. You meet people in dorms. Everyone's so friendly. So it was fantastic being able to be independent, but at the same time be supported through your choices.
So, like, obviously, like any parent in New Zealand, like, we're so far away, or no matter what country they come from. Like, I've got athletes that have gone from Fiji, Palau, Finland. The bottom line is that parents are sending their kids to America. America is such a big place. And I feel like what you guys would have felt is it's like uncertainty. Like, how you would be looked after there and what you would feel. Knowing like the last 6 months, right, you've come back home, when you went to the States, that nervousness and stuff, when did that go away when you were in the US? Was it when you arrived there and you met the boys, then you were like, okay, I feel comfortable? Like, what advice could you give to other students that will be watching this, and especially the parents that are going to be sending their kids to the US?
Yeah, that's the thing. Also the coaching stuff for me for sure was very
Kevin
and Chris really helped us, or helped me adapt quite a lot. But for the first couple of weeks there, I was kind of like, you're there, but school hasn't started, so the campus is very like dead. It's very lonely.
Very quiet.
I don't really know the boys that well. I was lucky enough to know Dominic Miller, the big man himself.
Dominic Miller's from New Zealand, same centre as where these guys are from.
So I was able to just, you just develop from there. I didn't know the girls on the team who were actually some of them were living in the dorms with me. I didn't know them until maybe 2 or 3 weeks in.
Yeah.
So once you start meeting people and then they help you meet other people and blah blah blah, and it goes on, that's when you kind of start feeling confident or comfortable, and you start feeling like you really belong there. So it's a couple of weeks for me, but yeah. What about you, Finley?
I spent kind of a whole month, basically J2 just training 4 hours a day, and then in between that just eating, sleeping and watching Netflix with the boys.
Nice.
So I was kind of able to, bond well with the team before school started, get a sense of where everything was on campus.
For sure, yeah.
So I would say it took me a few days to kind of settle in for the kind of pre-season training block, and then once school came around, I would say it took me a couple of weeks to kind of get used to my professors, kind of, have that mental routine of where I'm going, when I'm going, and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They're big campuses or big places.
Mm-hmm.
So even though, you've got the campus that you've got to figure out, and then along with that, you've got to figure out all these other things outside of campus where you need to go. Blah blah blah. So it really does take a bit of a toll, but as long as you get into it and you get into a routine, that's when things start chilling out. If you've got great teammates supporting you, it helps it a lot easier. Makes it a lot easier because you're allowed to be around people that are going to help you, and they're going to have your back. No matter what. Yeah.
Awesome. Good. No worries. Well, thank you so much for you boys coming.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. Cheers, fellas.
Thanks, Amit.
You guys are class. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming in. I look forward to seeing you guys compete. When are you boys both off? You're off. When are you off?
I think about August 20th. I think.
August 20th.
Back into the land of the. The
Warriors.
Yeah.
The mighty NBA Warriors. What about you, Finley? When are you heading back to Drake?
Don't know.
Haven't booked your flight yet.
No.
Were you saying are you meant to be there like mid-August or something like that?
I believe classes start on the 26th.
Okay.
I'd say 27th, Matt, because that's 26th is Sunday. It's the same as me.
Okay.
27th, yeah.
Lucky I've got this man by my side. So I'd say we probably have to be back 24, 25 or something.
Okay.
I should probably figure that out.
Okay, awesome, mate. Well, I'll let you get on to that, and hope you guys learned a lot of information today. Thank you to these boys. Well done. You guys have been amazing. And if you've got any more questions, flick them through. We're going to be doing more Q&As coming up with a few different athletes from different sports. Stay tuned, and best of luck for the upcoming season, lads.
Hey, thank you very much.
No worries. Right, cheers.